GHK-Cu or GHK copper is a naturally occurring copper peptide. It's often hyped as a miracle peptide or the molecule of youth. It simply reminds the body of how it used to heal when it was younger. Because it operates at such a fundamental genetic and cellular level, its utility is incredibly broad. I think is an incredibly elegant piece of biological engineering. GHK copper has a high safety profile because it's a naturally occurring peptide that your body already recognizes. It doesn't just do one thing. It can improve skin, speeds up healing, protect the brain, reduce inflammation, increase ATP production. But what are the cons? Welcome back to the Dr. Joy Kong podcast. I'm so happy to be joining you again. I'm here to help you live a healthier, longer, and happier life. Today, I want to talk about a peptide. If you spend any time looking into modern skincare or longevity or tissue repair, you probably ran into this compound called GHK copper. It's often hyped as a miracle peptide or the molecule of youth. But what is it? And what is the science behind it? How does it work? GHK-Cu or GHK copper is a naturally occurring copper peptide. It was discovered back in 1973 by Dr. Laurent Picard. He was researching liver tissue and noticed that old liver cells started acting like young, healthy liver cells when exposed to a specific factor in young human plasma. That factor turned out to be a tiny chain of 3 amino acids, glycine, histidine, and lysine, attached to a copper ion. One thing is, as we age, the concentration of this peptide in our bodies drop drastically. At age 20, we have about 200 nanograms per milliliter of our blood plasma. But by age 60, that drops by about 60%. So to understand why GHK copper is so versatile, we have to look at its core mechanisms. So essentially, it does 2 main jobs. One, it acts as a copper delivery vehicle. 2, it acts as a genetic regulator. So copper is a crucial micronutrient. Our body needs it for cellular energy and for cross-linking collagen and maintaining antioxidant defense systems. But free copper in the body can be toxic. GHK acts like a safe, highly efficient escort surface. It binds the copper with extreme affinity, carries it through tissue, and delivers it precisely to the cells that need it to function and rebuild. And the second mechanism, which is where it gets really fascinating, is that GHK copper is a master regulator of gene expression. It's actually a bioregulator. What's a bioregulator? So these are tiny chains of amino acids, so small that they can go across cell nucleus to change genetic expression of the DNA. So we know as we age, our DNA degrades gradually. And research have found that GHK copper can reset thousands of human genes back to a younger and more active state. So what GHK copper can do is that it can turn up the volume on genes responsible for tissue repair and for collagen synthesis and antioxidant defense. In the meantime, it can turn down the volume in genes associated with chronic inflammation and tissue destruction. It doesn't force the body to do something unnatural. It simply reminds the body of how it used to heal when it was younger. Because it operates at such a fundamental genetic and cellular level, its utility is incredibly broad. So let's break it down to the main areas where GHK copper has been shown to be highly beneficial. One is for skin remodeling and anti-aging properties. This is where it's most popular. So GHK copper can stimulate the production of collagen and elastin. Those are the structural proteins that keep the skin firm and bouncy. But it goes a little deeper by stimulating glycosaminoglycans, which are molecules that hold water in the skin. The result is reduced fine lines, improved elasticity, and the visible tightening of the skin. Another thing is well known for is the acceleration of wound healing. So because Dr. Picard's early work focuses on tissue regeneration, GHK copper was heavily researched for wound healing. So it helps clear out damaged collagen from a wound site and replaces it with normal healthy tissue. It has been shown to accelerate the healing of diabetic ulcers, surgical incisions, and even ischemic wounds. So that's the area with very poor blood flow. It essentially speeds up the transition from the inflammatory phase of a wound to the rebuilding phase. The third helpful application is hair growth and scalp health. So if you look at root causes of hair loss, inflammation and poor blood flow to the hair follicles are usually at the top of the list. And GHK copper addresses both. It can enlarge hair follicle size, stimulate blood vessel growth in the scalp, and prolongs the growth phase of the hair cycle. And many users find it offer a gentle and non-hormonal alternative to complement the traditional hair loss treatments. Another benefit is the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. So chronic inflammation is the enemy of longevity and tissue health. And GHK copper blocks the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines while boosting the body's natural antioxidant enzymes. It makes it highly effective at calming irritated skin and reducing redness and protecting tissue from oxidative stress. And another benefit that's not talked about as much is the neuroprotection and cognitive health protection. GHQ copper is, some of the most exciting research actually centers on the brain. The brain is an energy hog. It consumes a massive amount of oxygen, which makes it accumulate a high level of oxidative stress. So protect itself, the brain relies heavily on certain antioxidant enzymes that it produces on its own, specifically the copper zinc SOD1. As the name suggests, this enzyme requires copper to function. If copper delivery to this brain is compromised, oxidative damage spikes, which is hallmark of age-related cognitive decline and neurodegenerative disease. People always wonder, why is my brain declining? Why are people having these cognitive issues? Well, a lot of it could be the oxidative damages and your body's not keeping up in protecting itself. But GHK copper can act as a powerful neuroprotective shield. And how does it do that? One, it can promote brain-derived neurotrophic factor, so BDNF, famous BDNF, which promotes the growth of neurons and synaptic connections. Two, it can combat neural inflammation, so that helps build resilience against brain aging. And lastly, it actually has anti-anxiety properties. It can exert a calming or anti-stress effect on the nervous system. We all know what stress can do to us, can age our body and our brain. And what are the other mechanisms of how GHK copper help us? Another thing that's not talked about very much is ATP production. It can enhance ATP production primarily by rescuing and optimizing mitochondrial function. And lastly, it can activate stem cells. GHK copper can actually reawaken stemness on a genetic level. For example, it can boost epidermal stem cells. So as we age, these stem cells normally lose their stemness and stop dividing. So GHK copper can maintain these stem cells in an active and highly proliferative state, which is why it can trigger such a rapid turnover of fresh, youthful skin, and it can accelerate wound closure. Hello, my loyal listeners. I want to interrupt this podcast for just a second because I want to let you know that if you're looking to help solve a major health issue, or you're looking for health optimization and just for longevity purposes, you can find us at Chara Health. We are considered the leader in the regenerative medicine and longevity space, and we utilize modalities like stem cell therapy, peptide therapy, plasmapheresis, ozone treatments, laser therapy, all to create a beautiful symphony to get you to where you want to be. You can find us at www.chara-health.com. That's CHARA. Knowing these mechanisms, how are they used usually? The common methods of application is either topical or subcutaneous or through microneedling. So let's talk about that. Topical is usually through serums or creams. So this is the most common entry point. You'll find GHK copper in high-end skincare, serums, creams, and hair foams. These are really fantastic for facial rejuvenation or increasing hair density. Stem cell cream I developed, Chara Omni, I made sure that GHK copper is in it, because I wasn't gonna miss this powerful, regenerative element. Another application is through subcutaneous injections, a way to get GHK copper into your systemic circulation. It's injected into the skin, right under the skin, into the fat layer, and that will get released gradually into your bloodstream. So this is really popular in the anti-aging and biohacking world. I do use it periodically, and the subcutaneous injection, of course, allows the peptide to enter systemic circulation, and that it can help with overall tissue recovery, gut lining repair, systemic inflammation, brain health, etc. And then another method is to combine it with microneedling. Skin regeneration, hair restoration practitioners often combine topical GHK copper with microneedling or laser treatment. The microneedling creates tiny microchannels in the skin, allowing GHK copper to bypass the outer skin layer and penetrate directly into the dermis, drastically accelerating the healing from procedures while maximizing collagen production. So, what are the pros, cons, and some practical takeaways? The pros, one, very good, is that it's very safe. GHK copper has a high safety profile because it's a naturally occurring peptide that your body already recognizes. It generally is very well tolerated with a low risk of adverse reactions when used correctly. Another pros is that is multifunctional. So as you saw with all these different mechanisms of how it works for your body, it doesn't just do one thing, right? It can improve skin, speeds up healing, protect the brain, reduce inflammation, increase ATP production. So it can do all these things. And then another pro aspect is that it addresses issues at the root level, going into nucleus to repair the DNA, right? That's addressing things at the most basic level. But what are the cons? Cost is one. So if you are looking for high quality and stabilized GHK copper, it's expensive to manufacture. And if you buy a cheap product, it likely can contain very little effective dose. And stability is another issue, and copper peptide can be a little finicky. If you use a topical GHK copper serum at the same time as strong acids like vitamin C, you can break the bonds between the peptide and the copper, rendering both your vitamin C and the serum ineffective. So you need to space them out. What's the bottom line about GHK copper? I think is an incredibly elegant piece of biological engineering. It is compelling example of how science is moving from aggressive treatments and moving towards signaling. So GHK copper is an example of a signal that can promote exact biochemical results by sending out the signals. That's one molecule is the instruction for so many biological processes. This is the same kind of reason why I'm passionate about stem cells. It's the same thing, signaling. Put the cells in the body and it does 10 things, right? 10 major functions. So that's what GHK copper is doing, is broad acting because the signals are broad. So if you're looking at trying it, start with a high quality topical serum for skin or hair, or you can try my stem cell skin cream, Chara Omni, which has GHK copper. People definitely see incredible results with the cream. Of course, the cream doesn't just have GHK copper, it also has stem cell component, but the peptide portion is something that's really incredible at promoting specific results because peptides tend to be very specific in what they can do. But there are some peptides that have broad actions like GHK copper. A word of caution, if you do mix it with heavy acids in the same routine, is not going to work very well. If you're looking at systemic options to help you recover from injuries or for neural benefits, please consult with a functional medicine or longevity medicine doctor. One thing you can do is to call our clinic, Chara Health in Los Angeles, do a consultation with one of our doctors, 818-356-8232. What are your thoughts on this copper peptide? Have you used it to help you in your skin or for other recovery? Please drop your comment, share your experience. And if you find this breakdown, this deep dive valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will make sure to bring you more of these science-based insights and things that really can benefit you, so you know what you can use, what tools are available, and why they can help you. Thank you for watching and listening, and until next time. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content. And if you want to learn more about regenerative medicine or other modalities in anti-aging medicine, please go to my YouTube channel, Joy Kong MD, and there are all kinds of videos to help you keep learning.